Hello everyone and welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Lindsay and today I'm going to be leading you through a mini class really focusing on strengthening the back. If you are someone who is sitting down a lot, maybe you have a desk job, maybe you just have a sore or tight back, this is going to be a really good way to strengthen but also stretch out your back. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. Feel free to have any props that might support you today, any blocks or blankets or straps. So I invite you to join me in an easy seat, however that feels best for you. And maybe you'd like to soften your gaze or close your eyes completely. And we're going to begin by bringing our attention to our breath. Maybe lengthening your inhales and your exhales. And beginning to link our movement with our breath. We're going to inhale, lifting our arms up to the sky, and exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, moving with your own breath. Maybe taking one more and meeting with your hands at heart center. And I invite you to place your hands on your knees, and we're going to take a couple small cat-cows here. So on your inhale, we're going to lift our gaze, lift the heart, and exhale, bringing our navel to our spine, rounding in the back. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, and exhale, navel to the spine. Taking this movement with your own breath at your own pace. And maybe you'd like to take a few circles, going to the right, to the back, left, and forward. And taking it the opposite way. Just really opening the heart. Good. And we're going to make our way to a tabletop position on our hands and knees, making sure our shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And we're going to take a couple more deeper cat-cows here. Inhale, dropping the navel, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze, and exhale, navel to spine. Really rounding your back. Taking this at your own pace. Inhale. Maybe you'd like to go one side at a time. And maybe leaning to the other side. Just really making this feel good for you and feel good for your body. And finding stillness here, we're going to thread the needle, so taking our left hand and threading it underneath all the way resting on our shoulder and the left side of the head. Really stretching that left shoulder. And breathing here. And inhale, lifting back up to center, taking it to the other side, lifting our right hand, and exhale. Thread it all the way through. Just really getting into that right shoulder. And inhale, coming back up to center. And exhale, sending the hips back. Bringing the big toes together. Knees can be as close or far away as feels comfortable for you. Stretching the hands forward. Maybe bringing your hands to blocks if that supports you. Into our child's pose. Really releasing the neck. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. And coming back to the breath. And maybe noticing how your body feels now compared to the beginning of practice. And on your inhale, coming back up to our tabletop. And this time we're going to lift the left leg, really finding stability here, finding our balance. And keeping our hips squared to the floor. And inhale, slowly lifting the right arm. And on an inhale, we're going to go through some bird dogs. So, on your exhale, bringing the knee to the elbow. And inhale, releasing out. And exhale, knee to elbow. Taking this at your own pace. And on your inhale, pausing here. And exhale, release down. And taking it to the other side. Lifting the right leg, hips are squared to the floor. Finding stability here. Lifting the left arm. Inhale and exhale. Bringing your knee to your elbow. Inhale, release out. And exhale. Moving with your own breath. On your next inhale, pausing here. And release. Good. Then tucking our toes here, we're going to come into our downward facing dog. So lifting the knees, maybe hover here. And slowly send the hips back, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Keeping a bend in your knees. And melting your heart towards your thighs. Good. And maybe walking out your feet here. Really getting into this downward facing dog. On your inhale, one vertebra at a time, gonna send our body forward. Staying here, maybe you'd like to drop to your knees. Keeping your elbows in towards the body, slowly release onto the floor. And then sending our arms back, palms to the floor. On your inhale, we're going to come into our locust pose. So inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the legs. Pausing here, breathing here. And exhale, release. Bringing our elbows underneath our shoulders and really gripping the floor with our hands, bringing our heart up towards the sky, pushing into the tops of our feet into our Sphinx pose. And release. Good. So we're going to bring our hands to the side of our body. And on an inhale, pushing into the hands, lift into our baby cobra. And exhale, release. Taking a few of those at your own pace. Really trying not to put as much weight into your hands, really letting your back do the work. And maybe taking one last baby cobra. And exhale, release. Pushing into our hands and our knees. Coming back to our tabletop position. Tucking the toes. Pushing up into downward facing dog. And we're going to take a slow vinyasa flow here. So on your inhale, walking your feet to your hands, into our Uttanasana, forward fold. Really releasing the neck here, maybe nod your head no and yes. Maybe you'd like to grab opposite elbows and swing into a ragdoll. And straightening the right leg, having a slight bend in the left. We're going to take our left hand either to your knee, your calf, your ankle, or placing your left hand next to your left foot. We're going to take a twist, lifting our right arm up to the sky. Again, getting into that left side, upper back and shoulder. And exhale, moving to the other side, straightening your left leg, slight bend in your right knee. With your right hand, either grabbing your knee, calf, ankle, whatever feels best for you, or placing your right hand next to your left foot, and twisting, opening your left hand to the sky. And exhale, release. Bending your knees, rolling up to standing. Inhale, lifting arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. And pausing here, we have a slight bend in the knees, pressing through all four corners of the feet. The core is activated. And taking this moment, coming back to the breath, noticing how it feels in the body. And inhale, lifting the arms up to the sky. And exhale, release, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to lift halfway. And exhale, planting your hands to the floor, stepping back, staying here, or coming down to the knees. Releasing Chaturanga Dandasana into our baby cobra, or all the way upward facing dog, lifting the knees off the ground, and slowly pushing to downward facing dog. Exhale. And inhale, lifting the gaze forward, walking your feet to your hands. I'm going to cross my feet here and sit back, making our way into a seated position. And exhale, slowly lower down to the ground. Good. Making sure our knees are over the ankles, hands pushing into the ground. We're going to come into our bridge pose. Inhale, we're going to lift the hips, lift the back, and exhale, release. Taking this at your own pace with your own breath. Really trying to release one vertebra at a time to the floor. And inhale, bringing one vertebra at a time off the floor. And maybe taking one last bridge. And we're going to inhale together, lift up one more time. And we're going to hold here. And this might be enough for you. You have an option to roll the shoulders underneath the back, maybe clasping your hands. And really sending your breath to the back here. And if you need to, releasing your hands. And we're going to take to the count of 8 our exhale, and taking the entire time to release to the floor. And exhale. Good. And here, we're going to press into the feet, lifting our hips, sending them a couple inches to the right, stacking our knees. Maybe your hands stay down, maybe you like to cactus them, or leave them east to west. And exhale, coming into our supine twist. Maybe you'd like to stay here, knowing you have an option to put the left foot on top of the right knee, and actively trying to send that right hip to the floor. Your gaze can be up to the sky or over your right shoulder. And releasing your left leg if you decided to do that. And inhale, coming back to center. Lifting our hips, sending them a couple inches to the left, stacking our knees, and letting them fall towards the right. And taking that option of taking your right foot to your left knee, really trying to send this left hip to the floor. and stacking the knees. Inhale, coming back to center. Good. And this time we're just going to bring our knees into our chest. Just giving our knees a big hug, gently rocking side to side if that feels good for you. Maybe taking some rolls back and forth. And then finding stillness and sending our feet to the ground. And putting the insides of our feet together, we're going to drop our knees east to west into our reclined butterfly. And this might be enough for you here. If you'd like, taking your hands and placing them in the crease at the top of your thighs and slowly applying pressure, pushing and really separating your upper and your lower body and creating length in the spine. And release. Taking our feet and our legs to the floor, coming into our final posture of Shavasana. Shavasana is a time for integration. It is a time to let your body really soak in this beautiful practice. And really surrendering to the earth. And with every exhale, releasing any tension, any holding in the body. Knowing that I will guide you out of Shavasana when it is time. Noticing where your mind is, bringing it back to the breath. Knowing that you are supported. I invite you to bring small movement back to your body. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes. Inhale, maybe stretching your arms above your head. Maybe bringing your knees into your chest. And slowly finding your way to one side. Into your fetal position, pausing here. And slowly making your way to an easy seat. maybe switching the cross of your legs from what you did at the beginning of practice. And on your inhale, lifting our arms up to the sky. Exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. And really taking a moment here to thank yourself for doing something good for your body today and for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.